guys, welcome to the vlog. Today's Monday, it is President's Day, so Joe is home and we're just hanging. I have some projects that I want to tackle today, or one big project, so I'm excited to take you guys along with me in that. I finally got my homeschool cabinet. Remember that I told you that I wanted to get a second cabinet? I got it. I'm going to show it to you in a second. I'm so excited to now have like extra space. So we've got a lot of like organizing of that to do. But I'm going to have to see like how I'm able to tackle it timing wise. I think I should be able to get it done in the morning because I also have my glucose test today. I have my like 24 week is usually when they do it. I'm like 24 weeks and a few days now. Sean wants to say hi. How do you say hi? But yeah, I have my glucose test today, which is great because Joe is home so he can watch the kids while I go run out and do that. I was just telling Joe, like, I don't know if I'm even allowed to have my coffee. Like, they didn't tell me that I have to fast, but they told me don't have anything super sugary. And I don't really know if having a little bit of creamer is gonna mess up my results. It is? You think so? What do you want? I'm literally on like, I can't even tell you, last time I washed my hair is so dirty. So do not judge my hair, okay? It looks atrocious. And I ran out of dry shampoo. So yeah, I need to go get some of that. Maybe at some point I can just hop in the shower and wash this hair. So anyway, we're gonna get into the homeschool cabinet. The first thing though that I wanna show you, we're gonna do like some food content because I got in my Hungryroot box the other day and I unboxed it here on camera. So I'm gonna switch over real fast because they're sponsoring today's video. Thank you to Hungryroot. Maybe you can get some like meal ideas and some snack ideas because everything that usually comes from Hungryroot is awesome, like tons of snacks and stuff. So we'll do a little grocery haul and then we'll come back and then we can get started. All right guys, it is late. I finally put the kids to bed. It's been such a long day, but now is when I'm finally gonna be able to unbox my Hungryroot box. We have groceries now, which is making me so happy because I didn't really order much of this weekend. But let's open up this box together. I'll show you guys what we got. I cannot find my scissors. So I'm gonna open this up with a knife. We have been absolutely loving these Hungryroot boxes. I've shared about them so much now, I feel like a broken record. But it's basically like a meal delivery service. Like you can buy groceries, but you can also buy meals. So I like to say it's kind of like a personal shopper in the food department. It's your fridge with tons of good options, things that I can just grab and go, but also meals. And it gives you like a lot of good nutritious options, which I need because otherwise I just end up eating stuff that I probably should not be eating. So there's like a little packing list, which is great. And then on the back, these are the 3 like recipes that I chose for the week. So I'll show you what those recipes are in a minute, but these are some of my favorite. Should I just like put everything on the counter first? Yeah, let me put everything on the counter first and then I will show you what everything looks like and we'll go through everything. Truly, there's like nothing that brings me more joy than this. What a beautiful sight to have food just delivered to my door. My favorite salsa. There's seriously so much stuff in here. It's like making me very happy. Okay, so look how good all of this looks. I'm gonna go through everything and show you the recipes. But if you happen to be new to Hungryroot and don't know like how this works, you go on their website, right? It's very easy to use. You fill out a quiz, kind of helps them get to know you and your food preferences. If you have any special diets, like what are you looking for? Are you looking for just easy breakfast options? Are you just looking for dinners? Like what is it that you need help with? And then what they do is they pre-populate like your little cart. Here are some recipes we think you'd enjoy, which all of their recipes, by the way, one of the things that I love about them is that they are so quick and easy, like simple stuff. And I'll show you guys what I mean by that. So they fill your cart and then you can review your cart. If there's stuff in there that you don't like or you want to swap it out for something else, you can totally do that. I typically like let them pre-populate it and then I go, you know, adding or removing things. And now that I've used Hungryroot so much, like I already have like my kind of like saved items that I've had from other orders that I really like. So I already kind of have an idea what I want to put in there. If you still haven't checked them out, I have an awesome code for you guys. It gets you 40% off your first order of Hungryroot, plus a free item of your choice in every box that you get from here on out. So I'll have my code down below that you can use here on the screen and down below in the description box. I believe it's Kayla, and again, it's gonna get you 40% off your first box. Just go to hungryroot.com. As always, a big thank you to Hungryroot for sponsoring today's video. Okay, so like I was saying, we get groceries and also recipes. Let's start with the recipes so you can see what this looks like. I have one lunch for me, which is these like grilled pork chop, like rice bowls. So good. So here are the pork chops, and then I get some quinoa that I heat up like 90 seconds in the microwave, and then you throw on this salsa. This is my favorite salsa of all time, and I discovered it here at Hungryroot. So you put that all in a bowl. I think I even shared that in a vlog one time, and it is so good. So that is a lunch for me. Then I have 2 dinners. The first dinner is literally super easy. It's just like chicken teriyaki. So sweet teriyaki glaze, the thin cut beef strips, like I got 2 packets of those, 2 packets of the jasmine rice, and then some sweet peas, cook all of that, pour this sauce on this sauce. You can also like buy on its own, which I often do because it's really good. And then there you go. I've got one dinner there. The other dinner is this, which is chicken marsala with broccoli. They gave me 2 things of the Kevin's chicken marsala. These are super easy to like heat up, literally ready in 5 minutes. Make some broccoli and bam, I have another dinner. So that makes me super happy. Then if you can't tell, there's certain things that I really like from Hungryroot. Like I really like this banana bread that they carry. So I always have these in the fridge and I have them like for breakfast or for snack, super good. I also love, love, love the zucchini bread. And dude, all the kids love this zucchini bread. I actually should have bought another loaf, but love that. This is a coffee cake muffin. I can't remember if I've had this one before or not, but I'm sure it can't be bad. I got one of the little egg bites. You just heat these up and they're really yummy. And then stocked up on that salsa because of just how much I love it. I also love their pesto. I shared this in another vlog too when I made like my caprese sandwich, whatever, with tomato and stuff. Pesto is awesome. I got some of these little snack trays, which are good to have in the fridge just for when I get hungry and I want something to eat. This is my favorite granola. So I always get the Purely Elizabeth one and Hungryroot carries that. This is like my favorite treat too. They're like awesome little chocolate bars. And I guess they're a little healthier for you. I don't care really at this point because they're so yummy. And then I got these for Sean, these little bars. They have a lot of kid snacks. I got these for the kids one time already and they went through them super quickly. So I got another thing of these like organic freeze pops. I got 4 of the Koya protein shakes or whatever. I keep them in the fridge and I have them like on my way to my doctor's appointments and stuff. And then Annie's cheddar bunnies, you know, the kids just love that. The kids also love their panda puffs. So I got some of that. These I can't remember if we've tried either, but they're like little whatever fruit strips for the kids. Hungryroot does have like some of their own brand stuff, like the pesto is Hungryroot brand, and then they have this pancake and waffle mix, so we're gonna give that a try. And then I got some flour tortillas just so I can have them in the fridge, and then also some stir-fry rice. I can just mix that with some chicken. And that's probably like another good meal for the week. So there you go. Now I'm a happy camper. I have food, I've got groceries. I'm gonna put this all away. And now hopefully that'll keep me from being like hangry. Because when I reach into the fridge and I have nothing, it makes me very sad. I just looked at all this food and just came down from being upstairs. It's good stuff, babe. That is it for the grocery haul. Again, thank you to Hungryroot for sponsoring. And now let's get back to the vlog. Okay, so you guys ready to see the cabinet? Because I'm thrilled. Like Joe put it together last night and it looks great. So here it is. I got the second one. I had this one already and then I got that one. As you can see, this is all stuff that was literally like on the floor on the corner over there. So I have to figure out what I'm gonna do with all this stuff. The idea is now that I'll have, you know, the second bit of storage here. This I also have to pull stuff out of and like declutter because I mean that's what the cabinet looks like at the moment. So it's the same cabinet, I just now have double the space, which is great. And then it's like behind here. Oh, you look great, mama. You guys know the drill. Like this is where we do all of our like arts and crafts. Like this table, Jackson is eating his breakfast, but this is also our homeschool table, our arts and crafts table. So we need access to like all the art stuff and the markers. There's also like some games that we keep here. Like we've got a couple of board games that we use for school. So I'm gonna just try to start going through. I don't know what's the best thing to do. I know this is like a horrible disaster, which is why I haven't even bothered, but also I didn't have the space before. So I'm thinking I'm gonna go through the stuff that's on the table first and kind of see what I want to keep, because I'm sure that there's a lot of just decluttering that needs to happen. So I'm gonna put you guys down. We're gonna get started, and then when I am done, I will show you kind of what we're working with. My strategy is going to be to keep like curriculum and books in one of these, like the one that's closest, like that I have easier access to. So like the curriculum they're actually using, the workbooks they use on a regular basis, and like their reference books and stuff in here. And then I have also like a lot of just like games and like educational toys and stuff that I keep, but I'm going to keep those in a separate cabinet. So that way, like all the toys, like more like the toys and hands-on stuff, puzzles, games, are in the other cabinet. I think that's gonna make the most sense. So let's see how that ends up like actually happening here. Done, but I'm getting somewhere, feeling hopeful. I'm probably not gonna get to the drawers before my appointment, and maybe I won't even tackle that till later today. But I have gone clearing a lot of the table. There's a handful of stuff here that's garbage, and then I'll show you what I have so far. So I've got this cabinet that's pretty full. Again, we're gonna ignore the bottom drawers because then also the kids were taking stuff out of there. And then I also moved stuff in over here. So like I kind of told you, I've got a bunch of games and manipulatives. I'm not going to take every single thing out of this right now. Most of what I have here is saved in my Amazon storefront anyway. I have like a whole thing that says homeschool resources if you want to check it out. But I have like their little timer, puzzles, and then down here I want them to have access to the things that they use the most often. Like Riley likes to make bracelets and stuff, so I've got like all her bead kits right over here. Again, some of the little puzzle things that Jackson does. He likes those little resources. And then this is like a Play-Doh kit. Each of them has like their own Play-Doh kit. And then this is a big thing of Play-Doh, some clay back there. So right now, that's like their games and activities and stuff. And then over here, it's mostly just, like I said, books, curriculum. I still have to figure out if I'm gonna keep all of this stuff here. Problem is, like, I have some books over here that I used with Riley when I was teaching her how to read. And she doesn't use them because she knows how to read this stuff, but I'm keeping it for Jackson. So I have to figure out what I'm gonna keep, what I'm gonna find another home for. But a lot of these are just like workbooks and stuff that I'm holding on to because I know that Jackson will use them. That's mostly what's up here. This shelf right here is like active curriculum, which I love, having a place to put the stuff that I'm like actively working on with them. I have a whiteboard too that I use with Riley when we're doing school, her math stuff, language arts, spelling. Jackson has a couple little preschool workbooks. This whole thing here is their history curriculum. Some of the stuff we use for Spanish, a little Bible thing. So this is gonna be like my most reached for shelf. And then what I wanted was to have another shelf here where they have access to some of their, again, more educational stuff. Their zoo books, which they love. They're like little magazines of animals. We have those there. A couple more like science-y books that they like to reach for. Some of the kids' Bibles that I want them to know that they have access to and they can look at them whenever they want. And then I have like a small little section back here of Spanish books that it's more so like a reminder for me to reach for these. So I don't know. Again, I always tell you, it's a work in progress. I've got to kind of see like what our rhythm is, like what actually ends up being helpful, what I need to move around. But at least, I mean, I can't deny that I now have more space, which is great. And that I don't have to have like just a pile of random crap sitting there in the corner in my house. So that makes me happy. We just want to be smart about how we use the space. So as I go changing it, I'll let you know. And if I ever get to the drawers, I will also show you those things. But just so you know, a lot of the things we use, again, just check my Amazon storefront. It's usually there. Just like the fact that I have the two cabinets, like you guys like think that looks better? I think that looks better. And then it's just, again, less cluttered, less stuff just randomly thrown everywhere. Again, the kids came and they made a bit of a mess, but I think that looks a lot cleaner and a lot nicer. So I'm happy. Right, I'm waiting for the doctor to come see me. Before they brought me in here, I had to drink the glucose drink. And I asked them if like there was any alternative. There was no alternative. They said I would have had to like bring my own thing, which I didn't. So whatever, it's a 1 hour test. So I'm just gonna be hanging out here and then in an hour they'll do my blood. But waiting for the doctor to see me. She did tell me that I've, in total, again, I'm 24 weeks and a couple days. In total so far, I've gained like 9 pounds. I can't remember what I gained with the other kids. But yeah, I'll just be chilling here. I have my podcast. This is like my quiet time. Like if it takes an hour, it's not terrible because at least I get to relax and watch a video. I'll wait for the doctor and I will talk to you guys in a bit.
All right, I am out of my appointment. I'm winded because there's this guy parked next to me, like super close to me on like my passenger, like not my passenger, on the driver's side. So I had to get in through the passenger seat and like climb over to my seat. Yeah, totally gave everybody a show, but I couldn't even open my door. He parked so close to me and he's literally sitting there. He's probably watching me film this. I had to wait an hour before they could draw my blood, so I was here a little longer than normal. And they drew my blood and they're gonna check my iron levels. They're gonna check my just like a basic like CBC count thing, and then the blood will also give them the results for the glucose test. Why am I sitting here without the AC? Let me at least turn on my car. Yeah, they didn't do much. I heard the baby's heartbeat like over the belly. She measured me. She said I was weighing fine. And then the one thing she did ask was, which like in my practice I see several different doctors because any of the doctors can deliver the baby. It's a practice that I've been going to with all my other kids except when I was in Virginia with Sean for a little bit. But I see all these different doctors, so some of them have already asked me this question, but this one I guess hadn't. So I'm sitting there and she asked me like, okay, so once this baby comes, like what form of birth control are you gonna use? It's always like the most like awkward question, not just because it's like an awkward question, but because they make me feel so stupid when I tell them like I tell them like right away, I'm like, well, I'm gonna be using my method of NFP, and they're like, NFP? Like they look at you like legit like you are, I don't know, like an alien from outer space, like you are making such poor choices in life. They really make you feel bad. So I'm just like, I should be ready for it at this point. Because then she asked me like, oh, like when you are breastfeeding, like do you not get a cycle? Like how long do you not get a cycle for? And I said, well, first she said, what is NFP? She asked me, what is NFP? So I said natural family planning, because I'm going to be using the Marquette method. And then she's like totally unfamiliar with it, has no clue what that is. And she was nice. She was like asking questions because she herself was like, I don't know much about it, like I'm curious. And she was not like berating me for it like other doctors have, but she did say like, so you don't have a cycle when you're nursing? And I'm like, no, usually it takes me like about a year to get my cycle back. And then she's like, well, do you not have sex for a year? I'm like, no, I do have sex. Like trying to make sure that I knew that I could get pregnant even when I'm nursing, which I know that I can get pregnant even when I'm nursing. So I was trying to explain to her that I will be using the Marquette method and that you use like the clear blue fertility. And then it started clicking with her and she's like, oh, so kind of like the opposite of what people do when they're trying to conceive. And I told her like, yeah, something, you know, I'll have to abstain, you know, during my fertile periods, all of that. But it's just wild to me, like, that these doctors, like, I love my doctors. They're great doctors. Obviously, they're good at what they do. They've delivered 3 other healthy babies of mine. But it's just wild that, especially like in today's climate, like people are looking for like more just like healthier, cleaner options. Like even if aside from it like being a religious, faith-based decision on my part, right? Like that's one of the reasons why I do it on my part. Even people who are not faith-based, people who have zero interest in like following the teachings of the church, whatever, just from like a natural perspective, like having birth control options that don't have the hormones and just like not putting stuff in your body, like you would think that they would be a little more versed in options and not be like, what is NFP or what do you mean? And like, I don't know, I just wish that the medical profession in general, like especially in the OB side, like for us women, like that they knew more about just the options that exist. That's not just something permanent and not just something like take a pill with the hormones. But she was nice. Like once I explained that to her, she's like, oh, okay, cool. Like she wasn't telling me like, wow, you're stupid. Other doctors have told me like, well, I guess I'll just see you real soon because you're gonna get pregnant again. So whatever, that was my experience at the doctor. I'm sure Joe is losing his mind by now. It's almost 3. So let's head home and see what else we can accomplish, see if I can finish the drawers of the cabinet and see if there's anything else that we can do today. All right guys, it is later. I am home and Joe has the kids outside. So they're playing, they're on their bikes, he's got Sean. So I'm gonna take like maybe 10-15 minutes and try to tackle these drawers. Let me show you what this one looks like. This is really what I need to tackle here because it's gotten obviously out of control. Things are mixed up. All of these like crayons all used to go with the crayon. All of the craft sticks were with the craft sticks. And then it's gotten out of hand. So I'm gonna take all this out, organize it. The bottom drawer, I just started putting some of these. Had these containers forever. You guys know how much I love them. So I'm gonna probably keep them here. I probably will have to like reach in there. And then what I did was earlier today, I did put like all their paper and their construction paper here. This is like drawing notebooks and stuff of Riley's. And then I put down here over there is coloring books and like activity books, workbooks and things that they reach for, and then stickers, because the stickers were thrown all over the place. So really, this is my project at the moment. So let me do that real quick and then I'll show you when it's done. This little stuff right now, like all the little tiny fidgety things, like little googly eyes and stickers, that's where I'm at, and it's very, very painful. Like little pieces of string, half broken crayons. This is horrible. A lot of this is going in the trash, but the stuff that like is still good that they can use, I'm trying to hold on to, but yeah, there's just like a lot of random little tiny things that are just gonna go in the garbage. And then as I've been doing all this decluttering too, like I've been thinking about like what do the kids actually use versus what I just kind of have here that they never like gravitate towards, like these stamps. Like I kept a bunch of stamps. The kids really haven't used them, and they were literally from like Walmart that cost like $1 or $2. So if they ever get back into stamps, then I can get them new ones. They don't have to be like just taking up space here if it's not something that I know they really use. Googly eyes, unfortunately, they do use them a lot in their paintings and stuff. So I'm trying to gather them all that have been like just thrown everywhere. But there is like a good bit of stuff that I just knew that they weren't using, like even these stencils. Again, like little Walmart party favor kind of things that they don't use and they don't need. Like they're not gonna miss it, so it is gone. All right, let me show you what I was able to accomplish here. I think that looks way better than it did before. In the middle, I have a lot of just like scissors, rulers, hole punchers, things that I kind of reach for, a stapler, things like that. These are like colored pencils of mine that are like scented, whatever. So this is kind of like my stuff. And then Riley uses the most this thing of like pencils and colored pencils. And then this is dry erase markers, which we're using a lot. So these are like the most used, I'd say. And then over here we have glue all together, quick sticks. We've got a thing of markers, a thing of crayons. And then all the way in the back, which I guess I purposely made kind of hard to get, is a little thing of like crafting supplies, where this is like the stuff that they have access to. So a couple craft sticks, a couple little like stickers, googly eyes, some feathers. So that stuff they'll be able to do if they just want to do like quick arts and crafts. But it's nice that like everything has a spot. And then the bottom drawer, I still have space for more things, and I'm sure it'll get full, but I've got dot markers, which the kids use. This, I'm gonna see if Jackson uses anytime soon. If he doesn't, I'll donate these or throw them away, because I don't want them just like taking up space. These are just like backstock markers, and then Riley's oil pastels that she uses. But we've got some space, so we can even like spread things out so that it's easier for them to grab and put away. But at least everything is not just like thrown all over the place. So that is really, really good. All right, it is dinner time. I'm done with my tasks for today because that's all I can do. I am exhausted. There's Baby Shark on in the background. Hi, Mama. The kids are already bathed, so it's gonna be like a nice, chill evening dinner time. But we are doing dinner, and we're doing like a fridge clean out today because this weekend we had friends over. We had like some of our best friends over with their kids, and we did like this great family hangout because our friend, the husband in the relationship, he had gone hunting and he caught a pig. He shot a pig and a hog. Well, he shot a hog, right? He shot a hog. Hunted. He went hunting, okay? And he caught a pig. So whatever, he killed the pig. Yes, the pig is dead, and we were going to eat the pig. So he was like, how about we use your smoker, because Joe has a smoker, the Traeger. So he brought over the hog, and this is what we serve for like side dishes. So if you want to know like what I served in our hangout or whatever, we had the hog, and then I had barbecue sauce to serve with it. And then we had corn. We did some corn on the cob, which we have leftovers of, so we're gonna eat that. Also did a baked potato, so we have leftover baked potato. So again, it's great way that we now I don't have to cook dinner. I also did like 4 boxes of mac and cheese for all the kids, the Annie's mac and cheese.
So we have mac and cheese. We also had like Hawaiian rolls, and we did a Caesar salad. That was like dinner. And then I did a key lime pie from Publix for dessert. So we have leftover of that. So if you needed like a little menu inspo for what our hangout looked like, that was it. And then during the daytime, we just had like snacks. We did chips and guac. We did pretzels and hummus. I had some croquetas, some fruit for the kids, but it was awesome. We had such a good time. So this is leftovers of that. But let's dig in. Oh, and like for our main dish today, we're gonna have rotisserie chicken. I had a rotisserie chicken from earlier in the week. So that is dinner tonight, and it's gonna be so yummy, and best of all, like I don't have to cook anything new at all. All right guys, so dinner is done. That was very yummy, and now the kids are doing some video game playing with Joe in the background, and I'm about to put Sean to bed. Here editing, very much ready for the night just to be over for Joe and I to chill. We actually have our marriage small group session tonight, the one that's like virtual. So we've got to do that. But I'm gonna end the vlog. Thanks for hanging with me today. I'm glad that I got that done. I think that was a really good use of my day today, because now like it's just, again, we're on this journey of less clutter, of just fixing up the house and our spaces so that it just brings me a sense of peace, which I need. So I'm very happy with that progress. So yeah, that's it for today's video. Again, thanks to Hungryroot. Remember the grocery haul I did at the beginning of this video at this point. But thank you to them for sponsoring. Again, if you want to check them out, I'll have all the info down below. And that's it. I love your faces, and I'll see you guys soon in my next video. Bye guys.